Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Teacher Johnson. Today we're going to be learning how to use the clone stamp tool and the spot healing brush. The canvas is set up 11 by 8.5. Portrait, paste in the Gorget onto the canvas. This is the logo used on the South Carolina flag in the top left, that's crescent shape. We're going to remove the engravings from the Gorget, then incorporate that into a composite design. Select the magic eraser, Control T, make the image larger. The magic eraser is going to be touched in several spots in the background. This does a great job of removing most of the background. Now I'm going to select the polygonal lasso tool and clean up whatever left over pixels are on that picture. So once that's removed, we can now begin using the clone stamp tool. The clone stamp tool copies pixels from one area and applies them to another. Select the Alt key on your keyboard, left click your mouse, and crosshairs appear. Place the crosshairs over on an area of the design that you want to copy from. I release the left click, and as I slide it over, I can start covering up the engravings. Be careful not to try to copy an area too large. I try to do it in small chunks to make sure it's real precise. And so I move my mouse over, press Alt on the keyboard, then left click again, select another area, and I'm slowly working the design over. For this demonstration, I'm going to remove half of the engraving using the clone stamp tool. Now I will select the spot healing brush from the toolbar and we'll remove the rest of the engraving. This is great for fixing flaws. The spot healing brush will remove small objects and blemishes. I find I use it a lot removing acne and imperfections on a variety of backgrounds. Now I am pasting the Palmetto tree onto the canvas. I'm going to toggle off of the Gorget by selecting the eyeball on the left side of the layers panel. I'm going to remove the background. First I'm grabbing the magic eraser, work the magic eraser down the side of the tree, then remove the background. I'm going to zoom in and select small areas between the branches. Once this is removed, I now will go to the top ribbon, go to select color range. I will use the eyedropper, select some of the blue that shows in between the branches. Press Shift on the keyboard and it will allow me to select several small colors throughout. To me, this is great practice for when you're doing a person's hair. At the end of the day, I want the palmetto tree to look like a palmetto tree. So this could be a person with fine hair, could be someone with coarse hair, dreads, curls. So this is great practice because you want it looking like a tree in the end. If you're photoshopping someone's hair, you want their hair to look like their hair. So take your time, practice patience, and work your way around the palmetto tree. Now I am pasting cabins from Melbourne, Australia. These cabins are famous. They're on the beach. Everyone tries to get images of it. I'm going to incorporate this into a design using the Gorget and Palmetto tree. I'm going back to the clone stamp tool and I'm going to remove the colors of the flag, the designs that was painted on the blue building. So I'm lining up the clone stamp to make sure that the space between the boards looks like a space between the boards. And I want the line as straight as possible. I'm also trying to keep the board texture within that building. I'm using the clone stamp to remove the seagulls. Then I'm using the spot healing brush to remove one person that's walking into one of the cabins. So when I get this correct, taking the magic eraser, removing the background from the clouds, then I take the polygonal lasso tool, I follow the straight lines at the top of the building, select an area, double click to close it off, then I press delete on the keyboard. I press multiply in the layers panel to blend it into the building. And so now this building has the Gorget at the top gable. Now I'm pasting a great picture of a sunset in the background. It has a couple of palmetto trees in it. I will rearrange the palmetto tree we cleared the background out of. I'm going to select curves, change that so it's blended. So we've created this multi-layer image. Now I found a great picture of the South Carolina flag. It has a canvas texture. It's a little torn on the edges. I remove the background. I place it on the building. I skew it and change the perspective to look more natural when it's blended. Then I also, in the layers panel, use the drop down menu. Instead of normal, it's on multiply and it blends into the side of the building. In the layers panel, I slide my mouse over it, I right click, flatten visible image. So everything that's visible is now one layer. I want to add two effects to it. I'm going to add the poster effect first, then stylize it with oil paint. So at the top ribbon, I select filter, I drop down until I find poster effect. Hit apply, then I go to filter, I scroll down until I find the word stylize, and I'm using oil paint. Very pleased with the way this turned out. So I found different images that I would like to use. Use the clone stamp, spot healing tool, magic eraser. Use different effects in the filter gallery. Create the design. Hope you enjoyed. Please click like and subscribe. Thank you.